looks like this is the last week that the 69 Beetle is going to be here. If you remember correctly, this is the one I replaced the floor pans and the heater channels on. So this car had a lot of work done to it. I also filled in the sunroof. We're going to go cover that in just a minute. But please, if you like my videos, click like. Click the Please click the subscribe button that you see over here. I really appreciate that. Ring the little bell that's next to it. I like that very much because it promotes my videos, and the more my videos get promoted, the more views I get, the better things go, and then of course the more videos I upload. So again, subscribe, ring that bell, give me a thumbs up. I appreciate it. Alright, here's the 69 Beetle. Getting down inside here. You see the area that I repaired all up here along the firewall. You see all the seam sealer on it. Now that's all new pieces. I also repaired up in the wings on the sides over here. That one you really can't see so well. But I repaired all that. It's got a fresh coat of paint on the inside in here in the places that I repaired. This is actually a lot cleaner than it looks. It's just has some dust on it from sitting, but I'm going to clean this off for the owner. Around the side over here, I fixed a quarter panel. There was a couple of pinholes in it, nothing that was too big of a deal. This fender, however, is ratty. I suggested that the owner replace it. He probably will, but he hasn't decided what to do with that yet. I tried to find him one, but I have been unlucky looking so far. Alright, passenger side. This quarter wasn't so bad. There's some paint on it only because I painted where I welded on the heater channel. But that's good. I fixed the area underneath here, the bottom of the A-pillar. I filled that in all around there. Got that all welded up nice. These doors open and close like butter. I mean, they're just perfect. You know, one finger operation. I must say that that worked out quite well. Driver's side is the same way. One finger operation. Hey? Just like it's supposed to be. When you open and close this door, it doesn't fall down, it doesn't go up, it doesn't do anything wacky. It just opens and closes like it's supposed to. In fact, it probably opens and closes smoother than it was when it was new. Alright, the inside here, as you notice, it's really dirty. I told the owner I'm going to have it all cleaned up before he even gets to see it. You can even see there's some rust down in there, and that's not because that the pans are rusting, but rather because the window seals here leak a little bit. Usually I keep a tarp on the roof of this thing, but sometimes the water still gets in around these seals and probably around the corners of the windows in the back here. So I'm going to make sure that he keeps this in a dry location, or at least tarps it before he gets it painted. But the rust that's down there is from the pooling of water and whatever little metal flakes were there on the ground from whenever I was sanding or whatever else. So that just needs to be cleaned up, no big deal. Up in here you can see the rear wings where the bolts go in. That was all remanufactured. I made new pieces for that. There were some massive holes that were in there that's been rebuilt and taken care of. Heater channels are all welded in, all the way around, front and back. Yeah, a little dark in there to see that. Well, no, it comes out just fine. There you go. That mess of wires is actually for the stereo. Whoever the previous owner was really made a mess out of it. He used like solid core household wiring for a lot of it. What a mess. Not anything that I would ever choose. Down in here, the heater channel on this side was repaired, replaced, and well, we already covered it up in there. That's all good. Got it all welded in around here, all welded in around the bottom of the A-pillar as well. Door opens and closes like butter. No problems. Yes, some people did ask. In fact, some people really cried about it, that I put the rubber pads in on the front axle beam. Yes, I did. And in addition, I did the ones in the back too. You can see not really much light. I don't know, can I even see my finger? Yeah, there it is. The rubber pad is in there. Jeez, it's already got a split in it. Cheap Chinese piece of shit. Alright, well yeah, it's got the rubber pad in it. It's been tightened down appropriately. And yes, that was important for the door alignment. If you don't get those bolts put in up front and a 2 in the back with the appropriate sized pads, these doors will not open and close properly. There'll be all kinds of wonkiness and crooked. And that's something that they're not on this car. They're actually quite perfect. Up here on the roof, we've got the sunroof has been removed. It's going to need some sanding. It's actually pretty smooth. I feel a bump right about here that needs to be sanded, but I'm going to leave something for the next guy, you know. I'm not doing all the final body work on this thing. It was just my job to fill it. And actually the whole bondoing and sanding and primering wasn't even part of my job, but I did it for the guy anyway. So anyway, last thing that we need to do is get that interior cleaned out. And once this is all cleaned out, I'm going to sponge it down and make it nice and shiny. And then I'm calling him to get it. And I'm hoping that he lets me record a video of him of his first impressions when he gets to see it, because this is just awesome. I've got a set of drop spindles and disc brakes for the front. I'm going to see if he's interested in those, because they're just taking up space on the shelf. They were actually originally going to go on the oval, but I have actually, I think, 2 or 3 sets. I'll see if he wants them. If he does, I'll install them for him before this car leaves here. But yeah, all the rest of the rust that's on it is just superficial. You know, this is all just surface rust, or patina as some people like to call it. But that'll sand right out. A little bit of chemical treatment will go away. This fender's not too bad, just superficial rust. You can see at the bottom where it started to get a little ugly because there was a piece of stainless trim that was on there, and the moisture would get stuck behind it. And as the 2 pieces of metal would vibrate together, it wore a hole through the paint, of course. Those pieces are actually intended to cover up rusty patches on the fenders. They're not rock guards. No, they're not rock guards. They're actually designed to cover the rust. That's why you couldn't see all the rust and crust at the bottom of this fender, because it was covered by the stainless steel trim. So yeah, that's what we're looking at here on this car. We're going to get the interior cleaned up and see what it looks like. And you guys will come with me to watch the process. Alright, I think that's back to being all glossy again. There's a couple spots in the corners I have to hit with the vacuum. This camera's all dusty too now. But otherwise it's just about ready to go.